The film opens in Nizhny Novgorod, Russia, where Anya, a bakery assistant in her 20s, lives with her bodybuilder and swim coach boyfriend Genya. She's constantly surrounded by pastries and dough, which has taken a toll on her figure over time. At the start of their romance, Anya fit into a size 0, but months of late-night cake tastes have led to a noticeable weight gain, one that even Anya can't ignore. They're invited to a friend's wedding, and when Anya digs out dresses from last season, none zip up anymore. She tells herself, no one will notice. But the mirror tells a different story. Genya notices too, yet tiptoes around the topic, knowing it's sensitive for her. After a few wardrobe tries end in tears and even torn seams, Anya finally picks a dress that fits well enough and prepares herself. But when Genya walks in, his jaw drops. The girl he fell for is gone. The air crackles with tension as he struggles to find the words. Genya is terrified of being spotted with Anya at the wedding, knowing his fitness industry pals will judge her curves. He gives her subtle hints, suggesting she ditch the event. To his relief, Anya agrees to stay home and order pizza. She pleads, "Stay with me," but Genya insists he must congratulate the newlyweds and dash back before midnight. Before heading out, Genya lifts her onto the kitchen counter, but swerves away when she leans in for a kiss. Anya's smile falters, her fingers lingering in midair. She feels a sharp pang in her chest but forces herself to grin. After he leaves, Anya changes into her comfiest clothes and steps on the scale. 76 kilos glare up at her. She sighs, pressing a hand to her forehead as her stomach rumbles beneath the loose tee. Though she constantly moans about her expanding waistline, her only solution is sipping a big glass of water after affirmations. Still, she fries up extra snacks and scrolls through social media while she waits impatiently. A buzz from her phone pulls her to wedding photos of Genya and his workout buddies. She zooms in on a group shot and winces. Every girl there is slim and sculpted. Her heart sinks as she compares herself to those flawless bodies, tears brimming behind her lashes. Then, Anya scrolls and freezes on a photo of Genya with another girl. Checking the stranger's profile, she's horrified to find a boomerang of that girl kissing him on the cheek. That single clip sends Anya into a frenzy. She bolts to her room, slaps on makeup, and grabs her best friend Natasha's number to rush to the wedding. Natasha pulls up within minutes and hugs Anya tight. She notices Anya's weight gain but insists, "You're still gorgeous." She cups Anya's face and whispers, "Believe in yourself." Empowered by her friend's faith, Anya storms into the venue with her head held high. At the reception, Anya spots Genya dancing far too intimately with the same girl. Jealousy roars in her chest, and she steps between them, heart pounding. Genya blinks in surprise, but keeps moving to the beat as the other girl scoffs and turns away. Minutes later, they sit at their table, plates piled high. Anya demands, "Why were you so close to her?" Genya shrugs, "It was group dancing." When she presses him further, he snaps, "I don't love you anymore. You just eat all the time and weigh me down." Tears blur Anya's vision, but before they can argue, the newlyweds approach. They force smiles until the bride blurts out, "Anya, are you expecting?" Humiliated, Anya stammers no. As Genya offers a curt goodbye and strides off, the scene cuts to Anya on a rattling bus bound for her mother's house, tears streaming freely. She doesn't care who stares as she sobs into her scarf. At home, she finds her mother chatting with a date in the living room. The man excuses himself politely, leaving mother and daughter alone. Anya wails, "He dumped me because of my weight." Her mother gently replies, "You're not fat, you have wide bones, something you can't change." Instead of comfort, the comment stings deeper. Later that night, Anya collapses on her mother's couch, scrolling through Genya's photos on her phone. She finds an old image of herself from months ago, zooms in, and winces at how much she's changed. Tears soak her pillow as regret and self-doubt close in. The next morning, Natasha calls again and invites Anya over. Anya drifts to Natasha's balcony, curling up on a spare mattress, and vents non-stop about the breakup. It turns out Genya swung by the night before to drop off every single one of Anya's things. Like a breakup drive-by, Natasha swoops in, insisting Anya bunk with her and her husband Demas for a few days until she lands her own place. She throws her arms around Anya, but Anya only moans and cries, wanting nothing but to complain about her lousy ex and dream of getting back together. Even Demas jumps in, exclaiming, "You're the sexiest woman in town," but his praise sails right over Anya's head. She retreats to the balcony, spending the night under the stars, tears streaming down her face. The next morning, Natasha finds her there and delivers a game-changing story. She tells how a mutual friend faced the exact same gut punch, ditched via text all because she'd gained weight. Instead of whining like Anya, that friend stormed into the gym, worked her butt off, and got slim in just a month. Her ex was so torn up by regret that he filled her office with flowers and begged her to reconcile. Anya protests she can't spare the cash for a membership, but Natasha drops the bomb. Every gym in town offers a 1-week free trial. Zero cost. Fired up, Anya kicks off her morning routine with affirmations and downing a big glass of water. Then she marches to the gym for her very first workout ever. She fumbles with the machines, trips on the treadmill, and nearly faceplants more than once. But she refuses to quit. Yet, less than 2 hours later, Anya's hard-won effort goes belly up when she devours a massive restaurant meal. Enough for 2 people. Natasha, shocked by the feast, sweeps the plates into the trash, muttering that 2 whole hours of gym sweat just vanished with 1 bite. Anya begged Natasha to fire up her willpower. Back home, she drenches her skin in moisturizer and wraps in cling film, hoping it will torch a few pounds, all while devouring a bag of chips. At midnight, her stomach growls so loudly it echoes through the kitchen. She creeps to the fridge, hand hovering over forbidden leftovers, only for Natasha to swivel out of the dark and catch her red-handed. The next morning, Anya steels herself to avoid junk food, but in her bakery job, the scent of fresh croissants and cupcakes is irresistible. While spreading frosting on a tiered cake, she slips, tastes the icing on her finger, then races through 10 squats like a workout punishment hero. Each tray of pastries seems to taunt her, whispering temptation. Later, she finds herself alone with an entire birthday cake. Her heart pounds as she circles it, thoughts racing for an excuse. She paces back and forth, nearly snapping a shelf in frustration, and then shamelessly shovels half the cake into her mouth, tears and guilt flooding in. The walls seem to close in as Anya admits she's spiraling out of control. She Googles compulsive eating support and lands on a local self-help group. At the meeting, rows of women sit quietly, and there's one man named Kolya peering at her. Stealing her nerves, Anya introduces herself as Angela and claims to be a journalist writing about eating disorders, hoping to avoid the spotlight on her own issues. The group's polite chatter soon crumbles as each member clings to denial. Then Kolya erupts. He stands, finger pointing, labeling everyone, including himself, as fat. His voice rings out, "You lied, Angela. You won't admit you have a problem." Mortified, Anya fakes a phone ring and bolts from the room, heart thundering, only to feel Kolya's footsteps behind her. Kolya corners her outside, his tone softer now, and suggests dinner at a nearby spot, promising calories and comfort. Anya, starved for connection and unable to refuse free food, follows him inside. Over fries, he proposes they become fitness sponsors, working out daily together, checking each other's meals, and sharing emotional boosts through this journey. Anya hesitates, picturing both support and potential risk, but something in his earnest gaze nudges her to agree. Starting the next morning, they head to the park every morning to run laps together. At first, Anya's legs complain and she drags her feet, but Kolya's gentle cheers and bright smile win her over. His honesty about his own body shocks her, in a good way. Gradually, his confidence becomes her own, and she starts to appreciate her curves. Before each meal, they high-five and share game plans, talking through cravings and workouts. Their bond deepens as they swap tips and cheer each other on. Anya notices the number on the scale dropping, little by little. Sure, pool parties still rattle her, slim girls gliding by in glittering suits, but Kolya always boosts her mood with goofy shouts and a shared scream into the sky to blast off stress. As 6 weeks pass, Anya still aches for Jenya's praise, and Kolya's smile flickers with jealousy. When she finally sheds 10 kilos, she feels unstoppable. With a new swimsuit clutched in her hand, she schemes a chance encounter at the community pool. Splashing into the water, she bumps straight into Genya, now a swim instructor, and his shock is delicious. They laugh and splash until the wedding girl storms over, introducing herself coldly as Genya's girlfriend, leaving Anya's heart in pieces. Again, determined to forget the pain, Anya plunges into a wild night of dancing under neon lights, clutching cocktails like lifelines. By dawn, she wakes naked in Kolya's bed, his eyes warm with concern as he promises he never stared and tucked her in. A flashback shows the stranger's hand on Anya's arm, but Kolya leapt in, took a punch on the jaw, and saved her from danger. The morning after the strange night, Anya races to her mother's house and spills every last detail. Her mother listens over tea, then gently reveals that Anya's desperate need for Genya's approval comes from childhood trauma. Her father walked out when she was just a kid. Realizing this, Anya steels herself to confront her past and meets her dad Sergei the very next day. She ropes in Kolya as her driver for the 5-hour journey. Along winding highways, Kolya tries to inch closer, offering encouraging smiles and small touches, gestures Anya barely notices, her thoughts fixed on her father. When they arrive at Sergei's rustic wooden cabin, shared with another woman, Anya bursts in demanding, "Why did you abandon us?" Sergei shrugs and reminds her of her 10th birthday when she flipped him off through the window. Proof, he claims, that she didn't want him there back then. That night, as candles flicker, Anya nervously drops one onto the dry wood floor. Flames surge up instantly, and Sergei berates her for burning down his house, ignoring her shock and fear in the raging heat. Shaken and ashamed, Anya and Kolya scramble back into the car and speed home. Before parting, Anya plants a quick kiss on Kolya's nose. His grin lights up the dashboard as he later trades his watch for a lavish bouquet, dreaming of her smile. Meanwhile, Genya tracks Anya down and apologizes in a quiet embrace, and they end up making love after a heartfelt talk. The next morning, curled in Genya's arms, she hears, "You look incredible compared to a month ago." But instead of triumph, his praise sparks insecurity. She knows she refuses to live in constant fear of abandonment. Their differences spark another heated argument, and Genya storms off, leaving Anya both hurt and strangely free. That evening, she hurries to Kolya's place seeking refuge, but Kolya greets her with stern eyes, tosses her an apple with finality, and declares their sponsor partnership over now that she's shed the weight she feared. Anya watches the apple fall and wonders what comes next. The next morning, Anya races to Natasha's house, only to find no answer at the door. She sneaks in through the neighbor's window and climbs a risky pipeline, heart pounding. Inside, she discovers Natasha reeling from a huge fight with her husband, who stormed out. The two friends collapse on the couch, pouring out their worries until laughter and relief wash over them. The following day, Sergei returns, knocking softly on Anya's door. He apologizes for being a lousy father and sways her into a gentle dance, just like he did when she was a child. With each step, old wounds soften until father and daughter reconcile in a warm embrace. Later, Anya heads to the fitness marathon where Kolya waits, sipping a cold drink. Furious with himself for slipping up, he watches as Anya strides forward and hurls the bottle aside, claiming her sponsor power. She reminds him that since he hasn't lost enough weight, she must keep pushing him, no matter what. Together they pound the pavement, cross the finish line with triumphant roars, and share a sweet, courageous kiss. For the first time, Anya understands that chasing a perfect body won't bring joy. True happiness blossoms from self-acceptance, just as Kolya shows, celebrating his strength without shame. Inspired, Anya vows to honor her health and love herself exactly as she is.